Guys, welcome back to another video. I've got a long passage today, but I'm going to try and make this my first lightning video. I'm going to try and pare the verses down as much as I can into the gist of what you need to know. No flowery speech, no nothing. Here we go. This is Proverbs 3, verses 28 through 35. Do not say to your neighbor, "Go and come again. Tomorrow I will give it," when you have it with you. Do not plan evil against your neighbor who dwells trustingly beside you. Do not contend with a man for no reason when he has done you no harm. Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways. For the devious person is an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are in his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the dwelling of the righteous. Toward the scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he gives favor. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace. Good. The fountain's just turned on. That's awesome. Sorry for the background noise. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm a bad editor. But in this first example, he is admonishing us to fulfill our promises as quickly as we can. He's saying, as soon as you're able, do it. He said, if you already have the means, don't say, no, sorry, I'll give it to you tomorrow. Just, come back. But no, fulfill your promises as soon as you can. Second, he's saying, don't try to deceive your neighbors when they trust you. And the second one, he's saying, live up to people's trust in you. Don't give them reasons to doubt whether you're going to do what you say you're going to do, or to doubt whether or not you mean them harm. Be trustworthy. Third, he's saying, the verse is, don't contend with a man for no reason when he has done you no harm. And basically what he's saying there is, don't give in to pride. Don't think that you're worth as much as to not be able to forgive a small offense, but rather lower yourself and, just take the insult, take whatever it was, but as long as they've done you no bodily harm, it's okay. There's no reason to start a fight over it. And I suppose this goes more towards men than women, because men are more likely to cause each other physical harm, and women are more likely to cause each other social harm, I suppose you could say. In either case, don't give in to your pride. Lift yourself above your circumstances by lowering yourself down. Don't give in to pride. Fourth, do not envy a man of violence, he says, and do not choose any of his ways. For the devious person is an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are in his confidence. This one's a bit of a double whammy, saying that you shouldn't envy a man of violence because he's devious. And that's interesting. How is a violent man devious? Well, when you're violent, you're betraying the tacit trust that most have in the people around them, that they mean them no ill will, and that they're not going to try to hurt them in any way. And in order to be violent, you kind of have to be devious, because you are betraying that tacit trust. And, especially if it's someone that you're familiar with, that tacit trust has become a voluntary trust. They're willingly, giving themselves up to you, so to speak, into they're giving you into their own affections and bringing you closer to them than they would a stranger. They're inviting you closer to their person, into a more vulnerable position, just by being their friend. And that gives you a greater opportunity to betray that trust, which he's saying you should not do. Don't be devious either, because devious are an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are in his confidence. Basically saying, in terms of wisdom, people deal more pleasurably with a simple person than they do with one who tries to connive and deceive them. He goes on, the Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the dwelling of the righteous. Towards the scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he gives favor. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace. The Lord's curse, which you could call bad consequences, are on people who try to be devious, who try to deceive people, because oftentimes people who are clever think of themselves as more clever than they are, and they end up weaving traps that are greater for themselves in the end than they are for the people who they intend them to be. Because while the unsuspecting person probably doesn't think themselves above being deceived, the person who is laying the trap certainly doesn't think of himself as being able to be deceived by his own words, and yet oftentimes that's the case. Hence, the Lord blesses the dwelling of the righteous, which in this case might be the dwelling of the simple person, not simple as in stupid, but simple as in the person who is trustworthy and honest and forward with what they mean. They don't try to use double entendre to make you think they mean one thing when really they meant something else. And towards the scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he gives favor. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace. Again, don't try to chastise people for their own wrongs, because chances are, well, and in all probability, as in 100%, you've done things that are wrong, and probably you've done the same things wrong that you're telling them not to do. So why are you scorning them for their wrongs when you're guilty of the same thing? Just let them live, and they'll face the consequences of their actions soon enough, and that will be punishment enough for the things that they've done wrong, at least on earth, as this is supposed to be a non-religious reading of the Bible. But if you live wisely, you'll get honor, and if you're a fool and you cast off wisdom, then you're going to be disgraced by the consequences of your actions. And all will be able to see that you are a fool. Thanks for watching, guys. That's it for this video. And make sure you leave a like and comment if you enjoyed this video. And if you didn't enjoy this video, leave a dislike. I don't care. Make sure to let me know what you thought in the comments below and why you thought that this was a bad video, so I can try to be better in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching. Colonel's in, Colonel's out.